Inside this grass camo shoe bag is a pair of football boots that were way ahead of their time, in the sense that if you look at the features of the Puma V106, you'll notice that there are a lot of similarities between these and modern day speed boots, despite these having come out 19 years ago. While you could also get it in kangaroo leather, the vast majority of V106 colorways featured this textile synthetic material, which, when you consider that most speed boots in 2006 were using plastics and synthetics that were so stiff, rigid, and uncomfortable, this was a refreshing change of pace, and by far the most pliable material you could get on any thin upper football boot. Unfortunately, it's just not a trend that really caught on until years and years later. I love the pattern printed on the surface. Again, something that I think was very ahead of its time. This grayscale grass camo just looks so cool on this particular colorway. The off-centered lacing system and general unique aesthetic of the football boot, I think, is something that Puma did really well at the time, but maybe went a little bit too far, where again, they just never really caught on. And then if you look at the base of this football boot, you'll notice something that has recently made a comeback in the industry, and that is a full-length carbon fiber sole plate, which is super interesting because when you consider that these came out in 2006, carbon fiber sole plates didn't really catch on in terms of mainstream popularity until Nike did it a year later with the Mercurial Vapor 4 SL. Where, don't get me wrong, the Mercurial Vapor SL is an incredibly cool pair of football boots, one of my all-time favorites in fact, where the marketing behind this product, with the incredible influence of Cristiano Ronaldo, basically meant that there was nothing that Nike could do to make these fail, even though from a durability perspective, this carbon fiber sole plate would probably only last a couple of wears until you had to warranty them, which is crazy considering that these retailed for $300 back in 2007. Granted, the V106 had its own durability issues in that because it was so thin and light for the time, it was very common that the upper would separate from the sole plate. Durability in general wasn't a strong suit amongst the speed category at that time, but it's just crazy to think that given that these were competing models for significantly less money and what is undeniably just a better overall product, 19 years later, this is the one that most people still remember. The Nike marketing machine at its finest.